welcome to the Ultimate Racing League. You join us here this evening for the practice session for tomorrow's race. It's the Azerbaijan-Practice at the Baku City Circuit. And as usual tonight, I will try and speak to a few of the drivers as well as we go talk about their races over the season so far. Anyone who is watching the Twitch stream, I have got the chat up on my phone as well, so any questions about the league or comments at all, please do put them in the Twitch chat and I will get to as many as I can throughout the evening. So we're up and running now. And I will do an onboard lap as well with everyone, so you can see this racetrack and the challenges that it gives. It is a very, very challenging racetrack, and a lot of the drivers I know are not looking forward to this weekend. So first few drivers now heading out, and it looks like it is starting to spit with rain out there, so that will give an extra challenge to the drivers. So let's see who's headed out. 23rd Nebula has headed straight out on the racetrack. And as we go as well, I will keep you all up to date with the championship standings as well after the last race in Spain. One of those by me, but there's a spinner already. There's a Williams that's spinning in the background. That was Sarge Pepper in his first race, first practice session. Oh, and there's a bit of carnage down there. That's one of the Renaults. That is Kyle on his outlap getting involved with that one. The Williams there spinning, but as I said, it is starting to rain out there, so there is a bit of an extra challenge for the drivers. Ackman is now up and running. So yes, as I said, I have got the Twitch chat. It's not working at the moment. I will be getting it up as soon as I can. So if you have any questions or comments about the league, please do get involved. Great to see so many people. Oh, and Williams there into the wall of Sarge Pepper. Yes, as I said, I'll try and get some of the drivers on board as well, so we can have a chat with them, and I'll try and do an on back. I'm running all working from home. There we go, right. Right, the Twitch chat is now up and running, so yes, as I said, any questions or comments, please do put them in the chat. So, and it is, as I said, starting to rain out there. Let's do an on-board lap. This is Adam Woods in the McLaren. Coming down here into turn 1, 65 miles an hour on the apex. Short swerve down towards turn 2. Right down into second gear, again first gear there, 55 miles an hour. Second DRS zone here. Long back straight. As he comes down towards turn 3, about 60 miles an hour again. Over to the left hand side here for turn 4. Flick down to second gear, 50 miles an hour. Then bring it over to the right hand side. But this tricky chicane here down at 5 and 6. Down to 60 miles an hour for the first part, and then just 50 for the second part. Along this short back straight down to turn 7. This is where the track starts to narrow, down to just 45 miles an hour. They're really struggling in these conditions at the moment. Bring over to the right hand side, then look at this 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 through the castle section here at Baku. And then into this is turn 12, 65 miles an hour. And then this flat out section. In these conditions it is quite tricky, because you really do have to hang on and hope you can take your flat just about there. And then down towards this, very tricky. This is 15 and 16 on all, just connected with the wall. No damage on here this evening, so at least he'll get away with that. Then into turn 17 here. Oh, and there's some oversteer on the exit, and he's spun it round. He's spun it round, and that shows you won't quite get to see this flat out final chicane. Here we go, on board with that, but just look at this flat out chicane. In these conditions though, with the grip lessening on the racetrack, it's very, very tricky. But we have some lap times on the board. Kai Wildy has gone quickest. Second for Ross, but they're quite a long way off the pace. White African's gone third. JDM is fourth. Meatbell is fifth. And Adam Woods is in sixth position. There are some cars venturing out on the slick tyres. Auntie Val, another new driver there. 151 goes into sixth. Here is Steve Harris. He is the only driver who's gone out on the intermediate tyres. See, the drivers are really struggling out there. 1, 2, 3, somewhere out there. So, as I said, last time out we had the first race win of the season for Meatbell. And he won that, and Kyle didn't have the best race in Spain, finished in 5th. So as a result, the World Championship is tightened right up now. Kyle leads with 110 points, just 8 points behind him is Lewis. Also had a pretty tough race in Spain, and is now 20 points off the lead. Then there's a bit of a gap. We've got 15 points separating Will Joker, Ross and JDM. Of course, JDM did miss a couple of races, but he had a good race on his return last week. And then behind that, White African on 51 points. Maglock's in the Ferrari, brought home a 6th place finish for the second race in a row. That brings him up to 44. Steve Harris, 43 points. He's only scored points in the odd-numbered races so far this season, Steve. Races 1, 3 and 5. So he'll try to break that record tomorrow. Melina Coach is next on 42 points. And you can see the drivers there really tiptoeing around in these conditions. But the big mover so far is Mackenzie in the Haas. He's not in the practice session so far this evening, but he has scored 39 points in races, had 2 brilliant races so far this season since he joined at Zandvoort 2 weeks ago. Aqua Ninjas as well has got 30 points on the board. He's not too far behind that either, so it's all very, very close. Steve Harris has done a good middle sector there on those intermediate tyres. They seem to be warming up. Ross has left the session. He did say he wasn't going to be around for very long tonight. So let's see what Steve can do on these intermediate tyres. This will be a good marker to see if they are quicker or not. He does a 1:58.0. It's such a long lap around here. Those, as soon as it is damp conditions, it is very, very difficult indeed. So now, I think it'll just be a case of trying to hone those wet conditions, hone their setup. So if it is a wet race, we haven't had a wet race yet this season. We've had a slightly rain-affected qualifying session, so it will be good practice for the drivers here if it is wet on Sunday. I mean, surely at one point we're going to have a wet race at some point in the season. And we know with Steve, he does tend to like to do long runs on the tyres, see how they behave and how quick they are towards the end of a stint. So let's see if he can do that again. So order at the moment, and I don't think it's going to change very much. It's now damp out there. Kai Wildy on his consistent out on intermediate tyres. Everyone now going out on intermediate. Auntie Val still out there on the slicks, but now coming into the pit for the hard tyres. Well, so there's JTM in the Mercedes, and apparently he's going to dry up towards the end of the session. So we may have a bit of excitement in terms of lap times right at the end of the session. So going back to the championships, in the Constructors' Championship for League 1, Renault currently top of the Constructors. They're on 170 points. Ooh, look at that. JTM struggling with those intermediates. Just clipped them all there. But yes, Renault lead the Constructors. Mercedes are second in the Constructors, 13 points back. Very close between those two. And then we've still got a very, very big fight in what is now third in the Constructors. Last week, I said it was a big fight for fourth, but Racing Point didn't have the best race in Spain. So they've now been dragged into that battle. Just 28 points up third, ninth in the Constructors Championship. So those positions can move around very, very quickly indeed. Just run through those. Racing Point are third in the Constructors. Alfa Romeo are up to fourth after a good race from White African last time out in Spain, if you remember. Red Bull are fifth. Alpha Tauri are sixth. 1 point between those two Honda-powered teams. Ferrari are just another further 2 points back. 4 points behind that are Williams. 4 points behind that are Haas. So that is the Constructors. At the bottom at the moment are McLaren with 54 points on the board. So that is your League 1 standings. And then if we go into League 2, we've got a couple of the League 2 drivers here. Kai Wildy, he won the first race of the season at Zandvoort League 2. He leads the championship with 46 points. Senior Weenie is second with 37 points. Dropping Bombs is third, he's on 33 points. BCSC Savage in the Racing Point, he is fourth in the Drivers' Championship. Then we have the McLaren drivers, both had two races so far, they're both in 28 points. Ish, who is racing here tonight, he's on 21 points. Third place finish last time out. And then we have Turbo on 17 points. Turbo will be joining the League 1 race tomorrow. Haas. So good for him. Last time out in the Constructors' Championship. League 2. Alpha Tauri lead that after 2 races, 52 points. Haas are second on 58. Then we've got McLaren on 56. Mercedes on 33. Renault 29. Racing on 28. Ferrari 17. Alfa Romeo and Red Bull still yet to get off the mark in League 2. So that's your update on the championship so far. We're watching Kai Wildy out on racetrack. I will try and talk to the drivers as well. Just to let you know as well for the new drivers that we've got here. There's a couple of other driver changes as well. Smith was driving for Red Bull last week. He's driving at going forwards. Anthony Val is going to be on the Ferrari on his debut race tomorrow. As well, but we've got drivers joining all the time, so hopefully we'll have most of the grid come race day tomorrow. Great to see. Let's have a look to see how Melina Coach is getting on in the AlphaTauri. There he is. Start his lap. Not too bad that car. Does seem to be nicely set up. He does seem to like the car very well set up. Very stable back into the car. Doesn't both Mercedes are out in front of Melina where they are on laps as well. So they're not obliged to out of the way. Way down. Very, very long straight. Oh, and he's just caught the wall. He's just caught the wall. There. I was just going to say, the thing you have to watch in these conditions, that chicane at the end of the lap, easily flat out in the dry. Try it in the wet, it is extremely slippery. Very, very slippery indeed. So, that is something that you have to look out for here. Melina Coach just completes a lap, but of course we lost a lot of time there. Auntie Val going back out on track now with the intermediate tyres on. Know that lots of left session. Oh, and Auntie Val is saying to me on the Twitch, he did race last week, he just crashed out, so unlucky he makes it be his second race in the league. I should totally forgot that. I apologise. So let's see how he gets on this evening. So this is Melina Coach improving his lap time. And as predicted, Steve is doing a long run, it seems, on those tyres. Already done 6 laps on those tyres. This is lap number 7 for him. He moves out of the way of the Ferrari. That is Auntie Val coming through on the first flying lap on those intermediates. So there are the lap times at the moment. Quite a big gap between 6th and 7th. The top 6 all got a lap time in on the slick tyres as well. So that is why there is quite a big gap. But 23rd Nebula will be looking quite quick out there on those intermediates. And those cars who only set times on intermediates, Adam Woods is quickest in the Renault from Kyle Maybon, our League One Championship leader. 23rd Nebula, Steve Harris, Melina Coach, and then Lewis and Sarge Pepper is there as well. Staffy Lover, good evening. Great to have you watching tonight, mate. So also on quite a long run as well is Kai Wildy in the Alpha Tauri. He's in the Red Bull actually tonight. And look at this, 23rd Nebula with Kyle right behind him. Let's ride on board with him. And yes, indeed, Sam, it's great to have you racing tomorrow with us. I just can't join us tonight, but yeah, it's been great to see you tomorrow. Look at that, Kyle really struggling through that last chicane. But look at the, so this is what I was talking about. It's such a long, straight section here. You pick up such a toe car in front of you. Not quite enough. So that Red Bull of 23rd Nebula does seem pretty quick in a straight line. So let's see if we can get our first driver in. We're about 20 minutes into the session. So let's see if we can get our first driver in for a chat. Let's see if we can get Carl Maybon in, current championship leader. In League One. Didn't have such a good race in Spain. I should see the reasons why. We have been joined by Kyle. If you just make sure your audio is included, please, mate, so everyone can hear you. Good. Yep, I hope it's working. Oh, there's a wall there, mate. But so World Championship leader coming into this weekend. Didn't have such a strong race in Spain. Was there any particular reason for that? Now between you and Meatball in the Drivers' Championship. I mean, presumably he's your sort of main title rival now throughout the rest of the season. Anyone else who look at and think they can get themselves up there? I mean, we've got JDM back in the league now, and he's been very consistent as well. Okay. Apparently there's, again, a problem with the audio, so thanks for joining us anyway, Carl, and I hope you have a good practice session. Good fight you're having there with 23rd Nebula as well. It's great to watch. No worries. So, we've got 23 minutes in the session. Look at these two fighting like crazy. It's only a practice session, guys. 23rd Nebula trying to get up the inside into turn 7 and sensibly backed out of it. That's that very narrow castle section there. Narrowest section of racetrack in Formula 1. And in these conditions, that Kyle really weaving the car about. But, well, I was hoping to talk to a few drivers tonight, but it appears there is problems with the audio. Kyle really struggling with the traction with that car. See it on the way out of corners. Let's see if 23rd Nebula get anywhere near him down the straight. It did appear that the Red Bull was quite quick in straight lines. That could be one to watch. Oh, and Kyle's gone off. Connecting the walls. 23rd Nebula's going to sail back past him. I think he's going to have such a toe on him. And these are giving us a good little race here. 23rd Nebula does steam through. And yes, Safi Lover, yes. T-minus 7 days till the new series of Drive to Survive on Netflix. Oh, look at Kyle, really all over the place there. And they're also saying that Melina coach struggling as well. Has done lots of dry practice this week, so good for him really that there is some rain here, get some wet practice in. As you said, he is struggling a little bit. He has set quite a competitive lap time on a 56.2. That's second quickest of those who set lap times on the intermediate tyres. Of course, everyone else above that set times on the slicks. Kai Wildy still out there on those intermediate tyres. Done that last year. He's done quite a long run. Steve Harris had some technical issues back in the session now, and he's gone out on the same set of tyres. So as I said, this is something he likes to do. He does like to go out and just see how long those tyres last. We saw him do it in Bahrain, if you remember, if he practiced there a few weeks ago, and he actually set the quickest lap time on a set of hard tyres after about 25 laps. So he clearly's got a good touch with those tyres, doesn't tend to wear them out that much. Tyre management very, very good. But the quickest here is Kai Wildy. It'll be see what his lap times are. Quickest time of those only done times on the intermediates is a 1:55.9. I'm just going to have a very quick look and see what Kai's quickest lap time is. A little bit off the pace on the intermediates, a 57.6 and a 57.4. Looking at that is his best lap time on the intermediate tyres so far. So not quite on the pace of the others, but we don't know how much fuel he's got in. He's really got quite a bit in because he's doing quite a few laps on these tyres. Let's see who else we've got. There is White African currently in second position. Just got back out on track. JDM seems to be doing quite a long run as well. He's in fourth position. But if it does dry up towards the end of the session, we may see some drivers try and go and get a quick lap time on the board. So, for those of you that don't know, there is 2 leagues now with Ultimate Racing League. We've got the League 1 and the League 2. League 2 entering their 3rd race this weekend. And then, of course, this is round 6 for League 1. Both races will be streamed and commentated on. You'll have myself doing League 1 and you'll have Cookie doing League 2, doing the commentary for that this week. So keep an eye out for those. Of course, we've seen some classic rain really coming down out there. Look how heavy that rain's coming down now. So I think even those on intermediates might start struggling now. Look at that, that's JDM struggling there. Meatball heading out as well. He's done a 56.3. That's not a bad lap time on those intermediates. Let's see what Hunter Val is doing in the Ferrari. But you can really see now there is a definite racing line, and offline it is very, very wet. So I think they are going to struggle. There's a yellow flag up ahead. That's why African spun off. That's down at turn 5. That's 4. Turn 4 there. So showing the conditions slippery, and I was right on board with what happened. You can see there the racing line is still okay for intermediates. Look either side of that. Look at the standing water on the racetrack. That is where they're really going to struggle if they get offline. Because look at you see they're really struggling under traction. As soon as you get back on the racing line, it's much better. So that is going to be the challenge for the drivers. And here in practice and in the race as well tomorrow, if it is raining, keep it on the racing line or else it's really struggling for grip out there. So White African really all over the place. As I said, it's a good wet practice session. Test out some setup. Heard from Staffy that dry practice so far this week around here. Leading practice laps of anyone else in the league are there. dry apparently so far this week. So good thing for him. Test the setup out. The setups generally aren't that much different. Wet to dry. Ride height tends to go up a little bit with the wet setup. Near the standing water. They fiddle around with the tyre pressures as well. Grip. That's the crucial thing. Just making sure the back end of the car sticks to the road. Wet track is so easy for the car just to slide around. So there's Azerbaijan turn at 7. There's Melina through. That's in the dry. That's the last braking zone there. Turn 17. That's 18, 19, 20. Slight confidence lift through there. Trying just about pull back into the particles. Damage will be on Saturday. So for anyone who does end up going off the track, will end up colliding with a wall, being a street track around here. So it could be a question of survival around here this weekend. And yeah, Meatball's gone onto a set of full wets, so he clearly feels the rain is particularly bad at the moment. Let's see how he's getting on with those wets. I was saying about the ride height, adjusting the ride height being slightly higher. Putting on the wet tyres automatically does raise the ride height of the car slightly, millimetres, slightly bigger in diameter than the tyres. This helps with a bit of clearance. See those through there, lift under the water off the racetrack. He's the rubber, intermediate, all the way to go. He looks like he's got a bit of struggle there with the rear grip. Maybe they're overheating. A couple of other drivers that are fitting wet tyres and heading out. They're heading out. Yeah, Sarge Pepper's going out on the wet tyres. Kyle isn't at the moment. But Steve Harris still going on his intermediates. Done 11 laps on them. Kai Wildy likewise done 10 laps on his intermediate tyres as well. Let's try another driver hope this time it works. Let's try White African. He's in the pits at the moment, so hopefully he won't mind joining us. I really hope it does come through. Kyle has gone out on the full wets. Let's see how Kyle's getting on the intermediate so far. And at the moment, he doesn't think the amount of grip. There's a car off the part of the lap. Steve went off. It's at Alfa Romeo. They are struggling out there, but I think it's just at the crossover point at the moment. It's still just about racing line. You see Sarge Pepper. This will be wet. Steve. The other problem is as well when the amount of laps so far and time wear out the rubber and improve the tyre, so they become more like slick tyres because it's not. But he seems to be okay, getting a slight lift in that last chicane. Doesn't look too bad at the moment. Melina Coach is out there, looks like it's quite a long run. Likewise, Auntie Val, quite a long run as well. At the moment, 5 minutes of possession to go. Still in the pits. He's on a 55.9 so far. Let's see how Kyle's going to go on his full wet tyres. He's done a 56.4. He's actually gone slightly quicker on those full wets than he did on the Brilliant. So that's quite an interesting one there. So clearly those full wets are quite a good tyre to be on at the moment. So let's see if we can get Adam Woods in, current driver. I really hope this works because I would love to be able to get you to hit. Oh, and that's Kyle off the track. He's completely lost it. I thought I saw the car slipping and sliding around. He's gone off there. That is turn 5. And right, we have been joined by White African. I hope this works, mate. Just make sure your audio's included. I hope this. That result you got.
DNF'd.
Did you?
Yeah, I got taken out under safety car when I was P3.
Yes, that's what happened. Sorry, mine's over this. But yes, you were running P3, got taken out, but you were looking like the car was pretty good at there. Are you looking forward to this race?
Definitely, yeah. This is one of my favourite tracks in the game, so hopefully I can get a good result.
Excellent. And so overall, you've had quite a consistent season. I mean, that was your first non-point score of the season. You're sitting up there in 7th in the Drivers' Championship at the moment. Do you think aim for a little bit higher up?
Yeah, I'm hoping to try and get top 5 by the end of the season. That would be my goal.
Yeah, good aim to have. I mean, you're not far behind. I'm just having a quick look. You're only 9 points behind 5th in the championship. Not impossible. And also with the wet conditions, just said about the slight change of setup, possibly for the wet conditions. Do you change your setup a lot for the wet around here, or?
No, I'm just using my dry setup. But at the start session, I managed to get a pretty good medium lap time in, which
very quick.
Looks very promising for qualifying tomorrow.
Definitely. Well, I'll let you go back to your practice. I can see you side by side with Kyle at the moment, but I'll let you. I'll let you go back to your practice, mate. Thank you for joining us.
All right, cheers.
No worries. And we've also been joined by Adam Woods. Are you there, Adam?
Hello.
Just saying it to everyone, mate. Just make sure your audio's included. They can hear you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Excellent. So, great race from you last time out. Finished on the podium, and you've got driver of the day as well. You must be delighted with that. Are you hoping to build on that this weekend? Maybe try and get up there again? Oh, sorry, there's accident down there. That is a Williams. That's Sarge Pepper, and also Steve. Steve sitting on his intermediates. Yeah, sorry. Are you hoping to build on that podium? Maybe try and get up there again this weekend?
I would love to. I had a really good race around Spain, but it's one of my stronger tracks. Baku is a little bit more difficult, obviously, with how tight it is at certain parts. To try and work my way through the pack again, but I'll certainly try.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is an extra challenge, isn't it, having the walls so close to you? And are you pleased it's a wet session, get some wet practice in, or are you hoping for a bit of a dry one tonight?
No, I'm glad it is wet, just to kind of cover that base, if you know what I mean. Just get some wet run, because I've been doing a lot of dry practice throughout the weekend.
Definitely. Well, I'll let you get back to your practice, mate, and I hope to talk to you later on.
No problem, mate. See you after.
No problem. So, see quite a lot of incidents out there on the racetrack at the moment. Steve there just slowing down, trying to get some heat back into those intermediate tyres. Melina coach on the wet tyres, but really struggling. He's just put in the Twitch chat, oh no. So yes, it does appear that he's struggling a little bit out there. with the full wets. Auntie Val's still out there on the intermediate. But I think now we are at the point where the full wets will be fast. Look at the spray out there. Those intermediates are, I think, well past the point where they are going to work. Water out there. Let's see how Steve's getting on. And I think he's letting someone through there. 23rd Nebula. He's just coming up to turn 5 with those full wets, deeper grooves. So you clear more water, and it does help you a little bit when you go offline. The intermediates go offline, and it's literally just been used more. We've seen that. So, not a lot going on out there at the moment. So they're just struggling with those. He's really fighting that car on board with him at the moment. Again, this is good information for the race if you have these conditions. How far can you stretch those intermediate tyres? How wet a racetrack can it be? It does look as if the rain's just lightening a little bit. It's not raining as heavy as it was earlier on. Steve's still weaving, but look at the tracks he's leaving on the racetrack. Those don't come up. He's on the racetrack, even on the racing line now. So I think definitely the full wets are the tyre to be on. Let's see who else is still on intermediates. There is Kai Wildy. He's still going on the intermediates. If you make the intermediate tyres work, they would beat the tyre in these conditions still. But it's just trying to, I mean, Kai's now down into the 2-minute 3s. So really, really struggling out there now. Well, out there on the full wets still. Right, we've had one interview that's worked very well. Let's see if we can get another one in. We've had 2 interviews that's worked very well. Let's see if we can get JDM in. As I said, he missed a couple of races. So hopefully he'll be able to join us. Finished in 7th last time out in Spain on his return, and we have been joined by JDM. Just make sure your audio's included, please, mate, so everyone can hear you. Hello, JDM, can you hear me? So yeah, just saying, he missed a couple of races. Finished 7th last time out in Spain. Were you happy with that result, or were you hoping for a little bit more? Yeah, it was quite a lot of incidents last week, definitely in the race. How about this weekend at Baku? Is this a racetrack you like? Yeah, definitely. Oh, there's actually something there with Williams. I know you've been out there a little bit. It's raining quite heavily out there. Is it full wet conditions, or do you just about hang on at the moment? Okay, and I was just saying to the other two as well about setup changes for wet conditions. Do you change your setup much for the wet, or do you just tend to go with your dry setup? Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us, and I'll let you get back to your practice. But yeah, thanks for joining us, mate. So, just watching Akron Injuries out there really struggling in these conditions at the moment. 2 minutes 3.3 for him. Smish has left the session, so he's not going to be setting a lap time at the moment. Yeah, Akron Injuries really struggling. The wet tyres, they do take a while, certainly from my experience with the wet tyres in this game. They do take a while to warm up and get fully up to temperature. That's sometimes in the races it's better to stay out on interval if they're warmed up. But the rain has definitely calming down up there. I'm seeing a couple of drivers going back out on intermediate. So Kyle Abon's gone back out on intermediate, for example. Lewis as well has put a set of intermediates on. So he'll be leaving the pits shortly as well. And there's Akron Injuries off again. That's down at turn 7. He's gone off the racetrack. So it does look as if the intermediates are just struggling a little bit. So let's see, and yeah, definitely look at that. They're definitely overheating now. 45 minutes of the session to go, and the rain is calming down. Let's see if we can get 23rd Nebula in, another retiree from the last race as well. And we have been joined by 23rd Nebula. Good evening, Simon. Just make sure your audio is included, please, mate. Hello, Simon. Good evening. So, yeah, I'll just say to one of the retirees in Spain, I know you were quite looking forward to that race, so you must be disappointed with that. No, definitely not. You're certainly struggling out there in Spain. A lot of incidents happening in that race. What about this weekend at Baku? Is this a track that you like, or you feel like you're going to struggle around here? Definitely. And do you have an aim for this weekend? How do you get on? We saw you reach Q3 for the first time in Spain this season. Are you hoping for that again? Excellent. Right, let me just try that. I'll try one more question for you, and hopefully that has worked. It's wet out there this evening. Are you happy it's a wet session, or are you hoping for it to be nice and dry and test your dry setup out?
I love the wet. I absolutely love driving in the wet. So I'm absolutely not bothered that it's raining at all. I'm just having fun out there, to be honest.
Yeah, we saw you with wheel to wheel with Kyle as well. That was a bit of fun earlier on.
That was brilliant. It's nice to be close to somebody who's up there leading the championship. So it's a good one.
Well, thank you for joining us, Simon, and I'll let you get back to your practice.
Thank you.
No worries. So, "42 minutes of the session to go. The rain is definitely calming down out there. See Arsenal still out there on tyres. Kai and Steve managed to stay out as well on their intermediates. They've about tiptoed round in these very wet conditions. We did see Steve leaving about to try and keep the heat in his tyres. That's 40 minutes session. Now, hopefully it does dry out. We can see some true representative lap times with DRS open. It makes such a difference around here. Immensely long straight. quite a straight, couple of little curves. Some dry running towards the end of the session. Aquanin just going back out on track again. He's on the intermediate tyres this time. Arntaval into the pits. Well, he's doing on his intermediate tyres now. He's in 3 laps on the full wets. He is the quickest at the moment by the time. 1:54. Let's see how we can get on now. 72. Really narrows, as I said earlier on, really narrows that section ratio. Just have to watch that wall there at turn 7. Where the track does narrow up, it really does. And I think a lot of these drivers will be very, very pleased that there is no damage on the side. So definitely something to look out for in the race. Plenty of curb down there. That's a turn 16. Plenty of curb down there, and here he's a little bit off the pace. And actually, thinking about it, I think he did just a lap time on the slicks early on. See, the rain is definitely lighter now. JGM's back out on track as well. Steve is still going round. He's done 19 laps now on those intermediate tyres. So has Kai Wild. But you can see there, that graphic there at the bottom right of the screen. Plenty of DRS. He's not exactly pushing, just on 2 minute 1 lap. So Arntaval now heading back out again, and brand new set of intermediates. And the intermediates are the same as the full wets, as I was saying earlier. Take a little bit of time just to warm up again. I think that sheen that we've seen on the tyres the last couple of seasons does give less grip on the wet and the intermediates at the start of the stint. It's a lap or two to burn off. Certainly in my experience, intermediates are better after laps. So most cars out there, Kyle, Adam Woods, Molina Coach, so is Sarge Pepper, and so is White African up there in 3rd position. So Steve now coming through the castle section. Let's see how 23rd Nebula's getting on. We heard from him earlier on. Done a 1:56.7 so far. The rain's really lightning now. We've got 38 minutes of the session to go. So hopefully if it continues lightning, we will get some dry running right at the end of the session. A bit wide there coming out of turn, that's turn 13 I believe. Down to this tricky left-hander. High curb there on the inside, so easy for the car to smash into the wall there. And yes, he's a quarter of a second up on his quickest lap time so far is so a real indication that we are improving out there. So he comes through the last corner and down towards the start of the line. Let's see what lap time he can come up with. He's half a second off of the car in front of him at the moment. Can he find that in the last sector? Not quite, but he does improve his best lap time. So, as I said, the real indication that the conditions are improving. As Lewis jumps up into 9th place now, 1:56.1. So that time for him in the Racing Point. 3rd in the World Championship. He won in Australia with Lewis. And has been there or thereabouts in pretty much every race since then. You can really see now that racing line drying off quite a lot as the cars continue to go around. Great to have so many drivers here in the practice as well. 14 drivers have set a lap time here this evening. Great to have so many people doing that. It's another fairly good lap. And he didn't use much of his ERS either on that previous lap. He still got the majority of it left. So feeling there's a bit more pace out there. Yeah, in that racing point. Molina coach now heading back out on track again. All's on the intermediates. Slide there for the last section. And again on the exit of turn 12. And it sounded flat to me through turn 13. That was brave in these conditions. That plenty of curb. But they are going to have to watch that in the race. And Lewis a fraction up once again. As the Red Bull is nicely out of his way. That is Kai Wildy actually, just let him pass quite nicely. So let's see what Lewis does. Quickest driver on the intermediate so far is Carl Maybon, a 1:54.3. Can Lewis get himself up there as well? He does a 1:55.8, so that moves him up into 8th position. Kai Wildy pits. Done a very long run on those tyres, 21 laps. Steve Harris still out there. Done 22 laps on this set of tyres so far. Wow, there's no graining on them. Still looks like they've got plenty of grooves left on them. Information for him and for the others in the race. And he's just got a fraction quicker than his best so far. He's on a 1:58.0. That one so far. Just if I can push it a little bit more this time. There's over the curve there at 8. There's 9, then 10, then 11. Right hander. 12. In these conditions, avoid the curb on the outside because it will harm the traction. Oh, and there, that's what I was talking about there, turn 13. So easy to spin. Easy flat in the drive. That corner. Has that affected his lap time? No, he's still quite a lot quicker now. Third and the second up. See, they're deploying the ERS as they come down to the last chicane. Turns it off, confidence lifts in the middle of the chicane, still a little bit of oversteer. Then now just keeping it absolutely flat. And even without the DRS, they're not far off 200 miles an hour, but he is diving into the pit lane. But he's not going to complete that lap. And White Africans put on a set of medium tyres. The medium tyres he used initial lap time on. So he's finishing on the 23rd Nebula, 1:55.2. He now goes 8th quickest. Definite indication that the lap times are getting quicker. Oh, Molina coach just joined him. And that was that troublesome turn 13. We just saw Steve struggling in there. As Molina coach trying to improve his lap time. 56.2 he's set so far. And the DRS is now enabled, even though it is still spitting with rain out there. So clearly they feel that the conditions are good enough. DRS can be enabled, so now we're going to see lap times drop by quite a bit, even those who stay on the intermediates, that the DRS is now open. Let's have a look. A few drivers have put on a set of slicks. Adam Woods is the first one to join the track on slick tyres. And not too bad. So let's see how Molina coach can get on. The DRS will just give you such a lot more straight line speed here. It's very, very powerful around here. It is a dry race, you see a lot of overtaking. So Steve now heading out on a set of medium tyres. Kai Wildy's gone out on a brand new set of intermediates. There he is. Oh, and has a big slide down on the last chicane. He'll get away with that. So the luxury of having no damage on. Will he dive into the pit and put a set of slicks on? Yes, he is, I believe. So it has now stopped raining, so now the lap times are going to plummet. We've got half an hour to go in this session. And there you can see that Adam Woods pressuring Molina coach, who's still on the So clearly, the slicks are now the way to go. Through the last chicane, you can see practically all the water's now gone and flat through that chicane as well. So here comes Adam Woods now down to cross the line. And he's going to do his first lap on a set of slick tyres. So, and he's immediately had it disallowed. He's ran a little bit too wide in the last corner, in the first corner, and disallowed his lap. That's a shame for him. Let's see if we can get Kai in for a quick chat as well. Lead of the championship in League 2. Let's see how he feels about this race weekend. He's just heading out on the track. So the next person out on slicks is Steve Harris. Here he is. So we have been joined by Kai Wild. If you just make sure it works. Can you hear me, Kai? Good. So yeah, I was just saying, lead with the championship in League 2. A couple of great results for you. Are you confident coming into this weekend around here? Okay. No worries.
What was it? What was the question?
I said, lead with the championship after the first 2 races. 2 good results for you in League 2. Are you confident coming into this weekend?
Yeah. I know what it's like to on the inters now. I know I can stretch them a long way. Bit tricky when it's raining around here because it's so tight with the walls and that. But yeah, I don't mind the strap. It should be good for me.
Yeah, and we saw you stay out on the intermediates, but now a lot of drivers are out on full wets. How were the conditions out there? Were you struggling to grip on the intermediates?
It was very tail happy, but it was manageable. So, and I had a lot of fuel in the car, so I might as well have burnt it off and stayed out.
Excellent. Well, thanks for joining us, Kai. I'll let you go back to your practice.
Cheers, mate.
No worries. So here comes Steve across the line. A 1:48.9. We're going to see the lap times drop now considerably. Adam Woods, purple first sector. He is up behind Ferrari of Arnsey Val, who's also on a lap. So it's quite interesting here to see the pace of Arnsey Val. And everyone now slicks. Some going for medium, some going for soft. There's enough time left in the session for a fairly decent run on slick tyres to see how the car feels with a lot of fuel on. Kyle Maybon's going out for a warm set of medium tyres. See how these two get on, and Adam Woods. The line. And he does a 1:43.4, moves him up to second because Adam Woods goes quickest on a 1:41.9. So there's clearly a lot of grip out there now. Let's see how Steve Harris is doing. Normally pretty quick in the practice sessions for Steve. He's a couple of seconds up on his previous best. So he comes through the final chicane and now fully confident, absolutely flat through there. A 1:41.9 is the quickest at the moment. Let's see what he can do. He's not quite on that pace at the moment. 1:46.1. Let's see how Meatwell is right in the slipstream of one of the Red Bulls. That will help him enormously down this straight. High Wildy, you can see in front of him, and there is, look at that, slipstream ERS. A little bit of ERS as well to help him down the straight, and Meatbell goes quickest on a 1:40.4. Kai Wildy, a 1:43.2. They're all massively improving. Let's see what Kyle can do. He's 11 seconds up on his intermediate time at sector, so that's one. With the PRS open, it's going to put him up quite a lot more, and he goes second on a 41.6. So still a good lap time on those medium tyres, and they've done a few laps already. So that is a good lap time there for Kyle. Adam gets he goes across the line. It's not a particularly good lap. Down that line also. Oh, and that's JDM spun it. Trying to see where that is. That is turn 7 again. So JDM spins round in the Mercedes. Not sure what happened. So still a little bit treacherous, it seems. Still people. Here comes Steve. Across the line, I think he's going to improve again. He does at 1:45.4, still in 9th place. Let's see how Lewis is getting on now. He's on a set of mediums. Molina coach heading out as well on a brand new set of soft tyres. See how Lewis can do 1:55.8. Eyes on the intermediates. Yes, 4 seconds. As a down to 7th, where JDM spun. Lewis, very narrow second running there. Now fully attack curves. Right out very, very quickly. That's for the race if it does rain at any point. Oh, and he's just allowed the lap. Took way too much curb down there at turn 16. So he's not going to improve. Molina coach just starting his lap. 23rd Nebula on a lap as well. He's 5 seconds up in the first sector on his best. That's going to jump up to around 11 or 12 seconds in the middle sector. So there you see 11.5 seconds up. So let's see where he's going to go. Quite a big gap between 3rd and 4th at the moment. And interestingly, Adam Woods is the only one on the soft tyres to actually stay out for a few laps. So Steve moves up to 7th, 44.4. 23rd Nebula goes up to 4 on a 1:41.7. Yeah, as I said, Adam Woods, here he is, the only one on those soft tyres to actually stay out for a few laps on them. See how they behave, see how long they last. Auntie Val on a much better lap as well, but he's had this one disallowed now. Molina coach also had his lap disallowed. Lewis in the pits. JTM was slightly up in the middle section. He does a 1:53.2. That moves him up to 6th position. So Nebula still pushing on those tyres. Let's see if Steve's got a slight down lap. Meatball heading out once again. Let's have a look at what Steve's time. See the sun coming out now here. Steve doesn't set up. Still trying to improve his lap time. He is indeed. It's up. Lap time on the slick tyres on the board. Let's see what Steve Harris does. That's what I say, still doing quite a few laps is Steve. tyres. A race in the end. Ran out of ERS, so it's great. See how Molina coach is getting on. 5.5 seconds quicker on first sector. And again he's had this lap disallowed. Getting frustrated out there. Val's found quite a lot of speed as well in the first sector. It is very easy to get your lap time disallowed. You see those bits of tarmac on the inside of the corners, and there's a car off. That was Paris. I'm not sure what happened there. Let's see what Ansel Val can do in the centre. Compared to his best, as Molina coach gets nicely out of the way for him. Ansel Val is now 1.3 seconds up on his best. So that will put him into the one. I was in the 1 minute 41. Let's see what JDM can do. Run out of ERS though, so he may struggle to beat his lap time. He does on 42.2 and moves up to 5th. Let's see how Meatball's. Oh, Meatball's gone on. And he had found some time in the first sector, but he's made a mistake out there. Kai Wildy now heading out on a set of softs. White African out on track as well. Molina coach has pitted. So here comes Lewis. Still has not set a lap time. Slick tyres. These much quicker, of course, in the first sector. White African, who saw him do a lap time earlier on a set of mediums. He is now out on running set of soft tyres. That racing point really handling well. Right there, a little bit of a wobble through turn 12, just avoiding the barrier on the exit. As it comes back towards the racetrack, as he comes down into turn 16. A little bit of oversteer on the exit corner. And this time he's 12 seconds up. Meatball has pitted. Adam Woods has gone out on a set of medium tyres. We've got 19 seconds. Steve Harris still out there on those mediums. So again, long run. Let's see what Lewis can do. He's at 141.6 to put him into third place. That is a good time on those medium compound tyres. White African now out on racetrack on a lap on those soft tyres. 45.3 early on in the session when the rain was coming. Oh, a little bit wide there at turn 3. When the rain was coming down earlier on the mediums, 145.3. So he should be quite a lot quicker than that. Yes, immediately Mercedes in front of him. That is JDM. Also doing a fairly long run on those tyres. Aqua Ninjas is out on track as well. Let's see how he's doing on Williams. Still a bit of oversteer. Maybe he's not completely happy with the setup. A little bit of way out of acceleration. The tyres are almost stressed. 23rd Nebula heading back out on a brand new set as well. These tyres to play with. Now, being wet. That is 11 seconds up on his best. Let's see where he goes. DRS opens now. As Kai Wildy pops it into second place, a 140.5 from him. Aqua Ninja does a 145.1 on those soft tyres. Molina coach now on the lap. I think desperate to get a lap in here. Now on those slick tyres. He's the only person now who has not set a lap time on those tyres. There. Another lap. track limits. Best thing to do in practice is just glance the wall there. Not a lot of his ERS, so I don't I think as hard as he can go. It's that. And looking pretty good at the moment. Meatball back out on the racetrack. Order now. Meatball by Wilding. Lewis in third place. Adam Woods in fourth. Kyle Maybon is fifth. And he's gone back out on track as well now. Brand new set of soft tyres for him. Here comes Molina Coach. He goes up to third place. So 1 minute 40.8. So a good lap time from him. White Africans had this lap allowed. Let's see who else is out there. Lewis on a slightly slower lap, so is Adam Woods. So here comes 23rd Nebula coming towards the end of the middle sector. Meatball out there on a lap now as well. He started his lap. And 23rd Nebula 4/10 of a second up in the middle sector. So that would put him ahead of Kyle and not far behind Adam Woods if he can maintain that pace. Can he find any more in the last sector? ERS deployment is over now for this lap, but he will now get DRS as he goes across the line, and he does a 1:41.4, so finds a few tenths of a second. Let's see how Meatball's getting on. Sector. A lot of curve there in turn 16. Let's have a look. Middle sector time is 3/10 down, so he's not improving at the moment on his best. Let's see how Kyle Maybon's getting on. 6/10 up in the first sector. As I said, him and Meatball very close in the World Championships, 8 points between them. So he'll certainly be looking to try and get somewhere near his pace. Struggled a little bit in Spain. We spoke to him earlier on. I don't know if you heard it, but he was saying he had to start at the back, and then for some reason the game did not let him put his setup on. So he had to drive with a bad setup throughout the race, which gave him a lot of understeer. That's why he struggled so much. Got up to 5th in the end. So damage limitation for him while Meatball won the race. Here comes Carl Maybon now towards the line. And he does a 1:39.6, which is the quickest lap time by some margin so far. So that's a real statement there with that lap time. Lewis come back out as some softs. 23rd Nebula on a fairly slow lap. JDM and Steve both doing quite long runs here on these medium tyres. They decide to get a run in on the softs right at the end. 13 minutes of the session to go, so there's plenty of time to do that. And again, good information for them as to how long these tyres can last as well. White Africans headed out again as well, but again, it's very close lap times in that midfield. Between 3rd and 6th, it's only about a half a second. It does seem like, again, we've seen every race so far this season, the lap times very much in the field. So Molina Coach now heading towards the line in the Alpha Tauri. Doesn't seem to be in a straight line. He has got his DRS turned off, so pit lane. Straight line as the Red Bull. Right. So again, he's got his ERS turned off. Driving into the pit lane. Let's see how Lewis is going. 7/10 of a second up. Now Lewis, as I said, third in the World Championship. He was a finishing record is here. Getting all that again. Oh, and there's contact there. That's one of the... That is White African who was on a lap. And he hit the back of Lewis. I don't think Lewis realised he was there. So Auntie Val now heading out on a set of soft tyres. JDM has pitted. He's been on a set of soft tyres as well. Steve's still out there on his medium tyres. On his 12th lap on those tyres now. Let's see what Auntie Val can do. Hi Wildy and Melina Coach on outlets. On brand new sets of soft tyres. Let's see what Auntie Val can do in the Ferrari down the back straight. This back straight seems a lot shorter here than the main straight, but it's actually longer than the main pit straight at the Ferrari. Just to put into perspective how long those straights are here. Even the second straight here was very, very quick. Around here we need to see straight line speeds of any. Oh, and that's Auntie Val in the wall. Down at turn 8. So just caught the curb on the inside and it's spun him round. Adam Wood's out there on a lap now as well. Let's see how Kai Wildy's getting on. He's just started his lap. So Lewis going again. He's half a second up on his best in the first sector. 9 minutes to go now in this session. Lewis comes through turn 16 and again he's half a second up. So this will put him up there with Kai Wildy around that kind of area at the moment. Through the last chicane. It's amazing to think how wet it was earlier on. Drivers conditions now. And he's diving into the pit. So he's not going to complete this lap. Kai Wildy a fraction up in the first sector on his best. Oh, it's very nice in control. I'm on board with him. Yes, you can see there the car had very, very nicely down to 15 and 16. There are no wheels on the exit, so that car is beautifully set up there. Fraction up again in the middle sector. And he came near the top two that time. Through the last chicane. Down to start the finish line. Well over 200 miles an hour. Doesn't improve in the end. Very, very close to his previous lap time. Melina Coach, he's backed out of this lap, I believe. Right, JDM in the Mercedes. First lap for him on the soft tyres. He's in 10th place at the moment. So he does. His teammate is second. So he's going to try and get somewhere near him if he can. Middle sector, he's nearly 2 seconds up. So that will just get him into 1 minute 40. So we're looking at the top 5 and 6 with this lap. Right after we saw him make contact with Lewis earlier on. He's up to the tyres. Here goes JTM across the line. He does a 140.8 to go 6th fastest. Meatballs had this lap disallowed. Kai Wildy's on a slow down lap. Adam Woods is on a good lap here. Half a second up. We saw him finish on the podium in Spain and going with this race, he could be up there again. Let's have a look at his lap time. He does a 140.221. He goes into second place. So very good lap time there in the McLaren. See how White African's getting on. 3/10 up the lead in the first sector on his best. He's had this lap disallowed. Armstrong putting a brand new set of tyres on. 23rd Nebula on another set of tyres. Again, no Wilson there. So we've got 5.5 minutes to go roughly in this session. Let's see what his first sector time is here. Oh, there's Alpha Tauri going slowly. That's the leading coach had this lap disallowed. 23rd Nebula a fraction up again in the first sector. White African, that would have been a 140.3. So that's right up there again with the quickest. So he could be a bit of a dark horse this weekend as well. Oh, and that's 23rd Nebula in the wall. Turn 7 does seem to be a bit of a problem this evening. High Wildy just squeezed past him. Earl gone back out on a brand. Oh, and the Kai Wildy I think hit the wall there as well. There's a racing point coming through. That's Lewis on a lap, but he's had to back out of it. Shame him. He was 6/10 up in the first sector, but he's had to back out of this lap. Steve Harris still going round on his medium tyres. 14 laps so far. See if White Africa can get a quick lap in here. 1.9 down into turn 16. And again, the car looking very good on the exit of that corner. It's half a second down though on his best. So I don't think he's going to improve this time round. Look at that, Lewis getting a lovely total. Both Red Bulls there down the main straight. That will help him enormously with his straight line speed. Let's go down for turn 1, which he does. Meatball heading out again on a brand new set of soft tyres. Keep an eye out for him. Can he improve? Getting to the head of Kyle Maybon, who still sits at the top of the practice session. So far, Aqua Ninja's he's still out there on his soft tyres. So he is just seeing how far they can go. Steve Harris still there on the medium. Soon, he won't have time to get a run in on the soft tyres. That might be a tactic, of course. This is not showing his true speed. So, High Wildy's pitted, so is the third Nebula. Alina Coach has done a few. Oh, look at that, Lewis, a big slide there coming through as well. So easily happens there with a change of direction on the car. Adam Woods has gone out on a very slightly more set off. Oh, Lewis just catches him all there. I think we're going to see a lot of that through this weekend. Lewis nearly 4/10 up on his tyres. This lap. So that was getting into the 1:40s at the very least. I think he'll definitely 2 minutes to go now. And he's pitting. He's not going to complete this lap. Let's see how Meatball is doing. He's had this lap disallowed. So he'll be backing out of this one. Melina Coach slow lap. ATM heading out lap. Kai Wildy's heading out as well. With just under 2 minutes to go. White African and Auntie Val also on out lap. Atkins looking close in there. Maybe his Meatball. So that will help his straight line speed. See? I saw him there hitting 210 miles an hour. And Lewis Fairhurst, 1 second up, and got held up at Castle. So unlucky there, mate. We did catch that on the stream. So 1 second up. So he would have been around up there with the pace. These guys, good. Aquaninja's on an improved lap so far. And it's like Steve, he's going to finish the session on the medium tyres. Aquaninja just gets out of the way of Meatball. We're into the last minute now of the session. And Meatball isn't going to improve by the looks of it. Lost quite a bit of time in the first sector. So who's also a lap here is JDM. He's 4 tenths up in the middle sector on his previous best. That would also put him up there with the top 3 or 4. So, judging on these lap times, it's shaping up to be a very exciting qualifying and race, because Lewis second up on his best. JDM goes 4th on a 140.3, and look how close he is there. All on soft tyres, just 3 tenths of a second, covering 2nd to 6th at the moment, and Lewis would have been up there as well. White African a fraction down in the first sector. Antival now just started his lap time. So Steve is going to finish the session on those medium tyres. So what's his true pace going to be tomorrow in qualifying? And JDM, no, he's on a slow down lap. Alina Coach pits. Kai Wildy 3 tenths down on the first sector. White African 8 tenths of a second up. If you keep this kind of pace going, he too might get into the 1 minute 40s. Let's have a look. He comes towards the line, giving it everything now. Right at the end of the session, doesn't matter too much. There's a 140.9. Good lap from him. Auntie Val half a second up in the first sector. His best. Can he get himself up there? Let's see what it was. He crashed. We saw that on his first run on soft tyres. Now he's second up in the middle sector. And once again, he will just be giving it everything towards the line. And Steve Harris is also on a quick lap. So JTM also now heading towards the line. So he's going to finish the session. Here comes Arnsval. He too joins the 1 minute 40 party there. In 7th place. Let's see what Steve Harris can do. He does 44.4 at the end of the session. For 12th position. So let's see if we can get Steve in now. The session is over. Let's see if we can get him in for a quick chat. We are going to have a very quick race after as well. But there you see the order. Carl Maybon comfortably quickest, the only man under the 1 minute 40 barrier. Adam Woods second, Meatball in third, JTM in fourth, and Melina Coach fifth. Look how close they are. Kai Wildy not too far behind because he's the League 2 driver in sixth. Auntie Val in seventh, also League 2, so he'll be pleased with that. White African looking pretty quick as well in 8th position. Lewis in 9th, but we understand he can go quicker, set his quickest lap time on the medium tyres. So very interesting practice session there. I think they'll be very pleased that there was some rain and some heavy rain. Some full wet tyres were used as well. We've seen pretty much every tyre compound used out there this evening. So Steve has left the session. So it doesn't look like he's going to be taking part in this little mini race here. So, and Auntie Val there on Twitch, as Mark Webb would say, not bad for a League 2 driver. Yes, indeed, mate. Well done. Very good lap time there. So, here we go. We're going to have a quick little race now. So here we go. And the 5 lights are coming on. It's lights out. Away we go. Aquaninja is on pole position there. As they come down towards turn 1. White African is up the inside. He's going to take the lead. Oh, and there's contact. White African and Aquaninja then coming through turn 1. Carl Maybon squeezes through, as does Meatbell. And Auntie Val up to 3rd place. Just squeezes past White African. We saw the contact there between and White African after the turn 1. And Adam Woods goes up into 4th place. So it's Kyle Maybon leading already by a second and a half. Meatbell in 2nd, Auntie Val in 3rd. Adam Woods in 4th place. White African in 5th, Lewis 6th, Steve is 7th. I'm not sure Steve is actually in the session. Maybe he is, not quite sure. Leading coach 9, 23rd Nebula 10. Smith, I don't think he's in the session. No, he's not. And JTM tries to squeeze past. Quite able to make that one work, but look at the lead that Kyle Maybon has got here on the first lap. It's only a 3-lap race, but second lead already over Meatbell. Auntie Val in 3rd position. Adam Woods is 4th. Look how close White African is, and Lewis just behind him as well. We're only going to have 1 lap of DRS. But the slipstream could be worth quite a lot here as well. Here comes White African closing up on Adam Woods. Lewis is just behind. He's just dropping back a little bit. Melina Coach past Steve. Look at this. These two fighting hard down towards the first corner. And Steve Harris up the inside. But Melina Coach hangs on around the outside. That was a brilliant move there. And now Steve having another look up the inside into turn 2. Here's 23rd Nebula. Meatbell closing the gap back down on Kyle Maybon in the lead. Taking about half a second out of him as Lewis gets past White African. Just about, they're still wheel to wheel coming into turn 4. And White African's got the inside line. Can Lewis cut back underneath him? That's going a long way around turn 5 if he's going to make this. White African hangs on to the position. 23rd Nebula gets past Steve into 9th place. As White African gets a penalty, exceeding the track limits. So easy to do, as does the 23rd Nebula. Auntie Val there, 3rd place, with Adam Woods right behind him. Very good. And Kyle Maybon gets a penalty. So he's got a 2-second lead, but he's got a 2-second penalty, so he needs to hang on to that as we go into the last lap. Adam Woods, if he can have a good exit here, he will be right in the slipstream, riding on board with the McLaren. Now we'll have him well. He's not closing up. The Ferrari seems to have a good line speed there. So Meatbell sets fastest lap of the race, a 1:40.4. Yeah, the Ferrari there, really straight line. Look at this White African. Lewis and Kai Wilding right behind them as well. Still the battle going on between 23rd Nebula and Steve for 9th and 10th places. JTM just behind him in 11th. Ross and Sarge Pepper quite close. Sarge Pepper's here though. As 23rd Nebula has gone off to turn 2 and he drops a couple of places on the last lap of the race. Kyle Maybon pushing as hard as he can. He's got that 2-second penalty to worry about. And are we going to see, similar to what Valtteri Bottas did to Lance Stroll a few years ago here, and try and DRS past Auntie Val for the last spot on the podium? Run up to the line. Lewis is very close to White African as well. And Kyle is really pushing actively, retired from the session. Kyle Maybon's really pushed on this last lap to stretch the lead out to 3 seconds. as JDM gets past Steve. Look at this, Lewis is getting very close, but Carl Mabel's going to win this mini practice race. Here he comes towards the line. It's going to be very close between White African and Lewis on the run up to the line. Meatball's going to finish second. Arsenal's going to finish third place. Now, Adam Wood's fourth. Oh, Arsenal spins across the line. There's absolute carnage. Kai snatches fifth because of the penalty. Lewis sixth, White African seventh, Melina Coach eighth. JDM ninth. Steve is going to come home 10th. 23rd Nebula's going to come home in 11th position. The other cars, they're not in the session. So there we have it. Little taster for things to come tomorrow. So tomorrow evening, the stream will start at around 10 to 8 in the evening tomorrow, UK time. Qualifying will start at 8 PM. For League 1, it will be a 3-part qualifying session. 50% race. The League 2 guys, they'll have a short qualifying session, 18-minute, and then also a 50% race. Both races will be streamed. League 1 on this channel, and the League 2 race will be on Ultimate Racing League 2. So tune in to one of us tomorrow, or both of us if you can. But thank you very much for joining us this evening. It's been great to have so many of you here for this practice session tonight. And we will see you all on for tomorrow's race.